Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2023 IFBB Pro League Flex Pro Bikini results. These women were absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, what a show. And I've got my own Road to Olympia 2023 Amateur Bikini Prep vlog coming your way. We're 8 weeks out, so stay tuned for that, as well as one more recap from the weekend. Okay, so in terms of Olympia, last year's top 3 are automatically qualified, and then it's the winner of each contest in the qualification period who gets a ticket to Olympia. And that qualification period is very quickly coming to an end. There is not a lot of time left to qualify. So here's a look at the scorecard. In first place, Lisa; second, Otavia; third, Christina; fourth, Valeria; and fifth, Noemi. So here's Noemi in 5th place, and my gosh, is she ever beautiful. I love her lats. I think she's got a lot of size. She really has that nice hourglass shape in the upper body, a lot of width, beautiful muscle development in her delts. I think maybe her shoulders looked a little tiny bit more round and full than they are here, but that could have more to do with the angle that we're looking at her from the photographer's point of view than the muscle itself. I think her waist is extremely impressive, really flat, nice obliques, beautiful detail in the abs. She's got a really nice line coming down her leg, good curves to her quads. She's just very curvy and a really nice overall shape. I think her tan needs to be darker, and I do think she needs more gloss and shininess to highlight some of those muscles a little bit more, I think, on the delts, a bit on the oblique, a little more on the quad and the glute. So just a little bit more sparkle in her skin, but overall I think her hair is beautiful. I like that she keeps it tucked behind one ear. It's dark, it's smooth, it's sleek, it's really lovely, nice makeup. I like the brightness of her eyeshadow on the inside of her eyes. Like, just overall, she's got a really beautiful presentation. Just the tan, I think, needed to be a bit more. Okay, next is Valeria in 4th. Okay, the tan is perfect, so rich and dark, really flatters her muscles. She's got a lot of gloss and shine in all the right places. I think her delts look amazing. Not only are they round to the sides, but they come up really beautifully high from the level of her collarbone. So she's got some great size in the upper body, nice angle in the curve of her back to her glute, and crazy conditioning. Like, the line in her hip is really prominent. Her quad is completely outlined. There's detail coming through on the back leg. Look at her calves. Like, she is really lean. I'm wondering if maybe, though, she needs a little bit more fullness and roundness. The shoulder is perfect, but I think she could have a bit more curve and softness to the quads. Just a little bit more of that rounded shape. She's very tall. She's got long limbs. So I think if she could just add a little bit more roundness to the muscles, it would help when she gets so lean like this. Her makeup, hair, the sleek and long with the center part is so luxurious. I think it looks amazing. And the suit is a really beautiful color. Clearly it's a red, but it's more like a maroon burgundy, and it's really luxe. She's just got a gorgeous look. I think she looks amazing. Okay, next is Christina in 3rd place. Beautiful as ever. The picture is very small. Don't worry, I'm going to zoom in a second. But I wanted you to see all of the top 5s she's had so far this season and just how amazing she is. Her waist is always exceptionally small. Really large upper body. The width is very noticeable, especially because of the small waist. So you notice that V shape and nice lower body. Though I would say that compared to the other shows, this is potentially the leanness we've seen her. A lot of detail coming through on the side of her glute, really outlined quad. I love the hamstring curve, but I think she does have to be careful that she's not overly lean for bikini. It's such a fine balance. Okay, so here's a little bit closer up. Really beautiful shape. Her obliques are crazy. Such a tiny waist. I also think that she could try having her feet a little further apart just to maybe get a little bit more of the roundness showing on the top of her quad. If she could have a bit more space and come up on the toe, it might create a little bit more of the roundness rather than that straight line. But I think her tan is beautiful. Her shoulders look great. Her width, the balance between top to bottom is pretty darn good. I think the glute to the delt is a really nice line. But I do think that if the foot was a little further out, it would make that hourglass seem a bit more balanced. Overall, another amazing place for her. Okay, Otavia in second. Absolutely beautiful. So okay, her tan, first of all, amazing. Extremely dark, rich, shiny in all the right places. Just her skin is unreal. The second thing is the curves. I love how much size she has on her legs. Beautiful roundness. The posing highlights that very clearly. Round glute, round back, the curve, it's just curves and curves, but yet extremely conditioned. So not only does she have lots of detail and lines and crazy outlining happening, she still maintains those beautiful round curvy shapes. So she's got a lot of muscle and she really knows how to make herself look good on stage on show day. Tiny waist, beautiful obliques. The red suit is lovely, but I think with this dark of a tan, the blue would have stood out a little bit more. So I think I prefer the blue myself, but the red does look really nice. And I love that she's coordinated the lipstick. It looks so beautiful. Her makeup looks stunning. You can see she's got gorgeous eyeshadow. Her posing looks really good. I'm loving the curve. Maybe she could pull this hand a little tiny bit higher just to draw your eye up and notice her upper body a bit more. And you know what? When I think about Valeria, for example, she could probably have a little bit more roundness to the delts, particularly this arm, whereas I feel this one, she's maintaining that round shape very nicely. So overall, amazing. Second place, holy smokes. She looks so good. And now in first place is Lisa. Finally, she gets her qualification for Olympia. She's been doing so well all season, and she really looks amazing. Her glute has such a great round shape. She's got this nice detail at the very bottom where you see this little bit of a curve and line. Beautiful hamstrings. I do find that she's quite sideways, so even though that gives you a really nice view of her profile and the curve in her back and the glute and the hamstring, it does kind of obstruct this back leg a little bit. I personally prefer a little bit more torso, stomach, abs, and a bit more of that back leg showing like we saw here. But she has an amazing shape, really nice upper body as well. The lats, this V shape in her shoulders to waistline is very impressive. And of course, the red suit with the red lip, gorgeous. Okay, so here's the lineup. I know the picture's a little bit blurry, but you can see the overall shape. Lisa has a really nice amount of muscle. Her leg, this leg in particular, very full, very round, great size in the quad. I'm drawn to Otavia's quad in the back leg. I think she's doing a really good job keeping that curve. I love the way Noemi is posing. She keeps her foot very much facing forward. It looks really nice with her shape. Some extremely small waists, especially on Christina, Otavia. I noticed the delts on Valeria. I think Lisa is doing a really good job of showing that muscle mass in her upper body. I'm definitely seeing that V shape very clearly on her. And look at how bright and red the lipstick is. Gorgeous. Okay, from behind, amazing. Everybody looks good. Lisa has a really nice balance between the size of her legs and the size of her glutes. I think it's a very good flow, and you definitely see that small waist coming out into nice big delts. I noticed that as well on Otavia, very small waist. I think her hair is strategically nice and thin down below, so you still see the skin coming on either side of her back. Beautiful delts popping out. Noemi, I think, has some really nice size to the top of her glutes, but the tie-ins could have been a little bit easier to see on the outside part here. Christina's glutes look amazing, very large. The size, even compared to Lisa, is very big, very impressive. Good tie-ins. Valeria as well, really great size, really nicely defined. Her shoulders are not quite as defined in the back as they were in the front. I'm kind of losing some of that shape that we saw before. I think Lisa's just standing up really nicely. She's got a really good stance. The space between her feet is showing off the nice size of her legs in proportion to the glutes, and you have that small waist with the good broad upper body. So I think just overall, she's got a really nice hourglass. She's got good conditioning. You're seeing detail in the hamstrings and good fullness in those glutes. And in terms of Olympia, there she is, qualified. So there are more shows coming up this weekend. I will be back with recaps of those, and of course my own recap of the week for my prep for the Bikini Amateur. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you like this video, comment your thoughts below, and come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.